what's Gucci with it? Veterans, military, YouTube, back again with another banger. Today we're going to be talking about keeps pushing veterans into the appeals and supplemental process. If you like this type of content, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Your personal comment down below, as well as your opinion related to this topic, as well as your experience in this process. Let's get into it. So first of all, how does the VA put us into the supplemental and appeals process? Well, there's a lot of veterans, about more than 500,000, currently putting in PACT Act related claims. But that being said, 80% of these PACT Act related claims are being what? Service connected at 0% or right out denied. What does that mean? That means it's pushing more veterans into either a supplemental or an appeals process, higher level review, possibly full-on BVA appeals that's going to take years to adjudicate if you got the sufficient medical evidence. Veterans are not doing what's necessary in order to secure those benefits the first time, not getting educated, not making sure that the medical evidence that they're supplying for any claim, it doesn't need necessarily be PACT Act related, for all different types of claims. They see, a piece of candy, let me go get it. I'm talking about benefits, compensation, whatever the case may be. And they get complacent. They submit that claim, cool, they think, everything's done. But if there's some documents missing, you may be missing a diagnosis. You still have time, up until at least that CMP exam. And there are certain disabilities you need to be on top of it even after you hit submit. A lot of veterans get complacent, like I just said. The VA is taking into consideration frequency and duration. Most veterans, they stop once they hit submit, and then they wait 6-7 months for the actual compensation and pension exam. They get there, and then they're like, oh well, blah 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 blah. I submitted all this medical evidence. Okay, cool, that's cute, but what do you have to support from the time you submitted back in last June 2023 up until now? Nothing, absolutely nothing. So when it comes to frequency and intensity, you have nothing outside of what you initially provided. Yeah, it may be still occurring. However, you haven't made any complaints to your doctor. You haven't recorded anything down personally. So how do you expect the VA to take your word for it if you don't have anything concrete on your phone, Excel spreadsheet, an app that's utilized to capture what? Episodes, duration, frequency, intensity. Now, insomnia, sleep apnea, migraines, IBS, booty hole goblins, I'm talking about. Throat goblins too, episodes of GERD. If you're over there fucking choking on your tongue, definitely record that down. But you're not doing it. Don't know why. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Worried about the money. But like I always say, if you don't do what is necessary prior to even having an opportunity to obtain that compensation, obtain a VA disability rating increase, it's still going to be 0, 0, 0, deny. Then you're going to be in the appeals process. You got to submit a supplemental. And majority of you are not reading what? Your VA decision letter to address the issues. Why didn't you record frequency? Why didn't you submit or get a diagnosis or complain about something in service? You have to address that. If you're proactive, if you know it's going to be an issue, most of us, we understand what's going to be an issue. If I'm putting in a claim for PTSD and I know I don't have a diagnosis, I know that's going to be an issue. So I should still be proactively trying to obtain a diagnosis from either my current therapist or go out and seek another one. You just need a diagnosis and a stressor pointed with its onset being from your military time. Same when it goes for fucking IBS. No, not IBS. Same when it goes for migraines. Migraines is specific. It goes off of frequency, intensity, and duration to include impacts to your personal and your work life. Now, if you're not recording this, if it all stops once you hit submit, you may have supplied the VA with 3 or 4 months worth of data. But if you're waiting 5-6 months plus for a CMP exam, you haven't done anything up until that exam, and then you go into that CMP exam, half cocked, don't know what you're doing, haven't even looked at the DBQ. You didn't bring in any documentation to at least reference. Then you're just going off of whim. Oh yeah, I think I get them, once, twice a week. Okay, cool. Where is this recorded? Have you told your doctor this? Have they increased or modified the medication that you're currently taking for migraines? Do you got a personal statement? Do you got a buddy statement, from your spouse, friends, or family to cover that social impact? Do you have anything from a work coworker, supervisor to submit, to satisfy the occupational impact? Did you already submit that the first time? Okay, cool. But if you didn't, these are things you can still be doing and you can submit prior to what? Obtaining that actual exam. Prepare for it. Be proactive. Still record down data as it pertains to specific disabilities, such as hypertension. I've got a full-on video, all of these disabilities. What you need to do before and after you hit submit on your claim, on your VA disability claim. When it goes to hypertension, simple. It's a simple claim to get misunderstood to the veteran, because majority of y'all not reading the CFR 38, and almost nobody is reading the M21-1 adjudication manual. That manual breaks down even situational based issues when it comes to how the VA should be processing specific medical data, specific medical information when the veteran submits it. Hypertension, for an example. Yeah, you submit all this documentation and then you hit submit. However, you still need to be capturing what? Your blood pressure readings. Even if you're on medication, if you're trying to get service connected, you're trying to get increased, and the medication, you're still taking medication and your blood pressure readings, your systolic and diastolic blood pressure is still high, record this down. Go into your doctor, have them fill out a DBQ. You need to be proactive, communicative with your primary care provider. And if it's with the VA, hey, it could work out, may not, but still, you definitely need to be recording this data. Because whenever you do get that CMP exam for hypertension specifically, the VA is only taking blood pressure readings that's going to be contributed towards your VA rating during the life cycle of your claim. After you hit submit, what medical evidence has been taken by a medical professional, recorded down your hypertension, your blood pressure readings, your blood pressure levels, that is going to contribute to this. If you did nothing from the time you submit until you go to that CMP exam and they take 3 to 6 blood pressure readings during that day, you're heavily medicated, you haven't eaten anything, whatever the hell, and your blood pressure readings are low, that's your fault. Because you didn't do what is necessary. You didn't do proactive operations. I'm talking about night ops, baby, night ops. You'll be able to get in with your doctor at any time. Get a blood pressure reading, have them fill out a DBQ. And I prefer the same, I recommend the same week, if not month, that your CMP exam is. Whenever you get notice of the CMP exam, it's at least going to be a week out. What day or two, see if you can get into your doctor, take a blood pressure reading, take it 2 or 3 times, whatever the case may be, and then do it afterwards as well. Submit 1 or 2 different DBQs with your private or VA medical provider, providing you with a DBQ and readings that's associated with whatever VA disability rating you believe you should be at. Do not wait until the CMP exam and then all zeros or all 0% rating criteria for that. And then what? You can't complain. You can't complain to anyone else besides yourself because you didn't do anything proactive to prevent that or help you in a manner. But hey, y'all like this type of content, let your boy know. Like this type of content, like the video, comment down below your personal experience pertaining to any disability right now, and what has been the occurring frequency that you've put in a claim, or a buddy who put in a claim within the last year, and then they waited months, and then they got a 0% or a not service connected, and then they had to submit a supplemental for an increase, or for a denied claim if they don't take the higher level review route, or if those veterans had everything needed for service connection and a higher VA rating and they had to take it to the higher level review route. Let your boy know down in the comments. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. It's motherfucking D-ball. Y'all stay Gucci with it.